Sound check 1 2 3. Sound check 1 2 3. Sound check 1 2 3. Let's go. Okay, now I got my mic. That was hard to get. Okay, because there was so I ordered one. I received it faulty. Had to send it back, but it was really throwing me to the ground because I was really hoping that it will work and I can use it. It didn't work out. So yeah, anyway, there was other things also piling up on me, and somehow I couldn't find the right energy to record the podcast for this Tuesday. So it's really my apologies. I wanted to keep the schedule going, but it didn't work out. But from now on, I will try to be consistent as much as I can. But yeah, I'll do my best. So anyway, let's jump right in. Okay, so um, yeah. Hey there, lovers of well-being and immortality. Welcome to the Rep by Rep podcast. The purpose of the podcast is to help you guys get fit, healthy, strong for the rest of your lives, and that with all the knowledge I have to share with you from a decade of experience with sports, of taekwondo, powerlifting, training with weights for no powerlifting, just for recreational purposes. And then I learned my lesson, I learned how to do it correctly. And same thing for nutrition, mindset, all that stuff, plus coaching. So, experience from coaching. It's a long sentence, so I fixed it up. And after I turned my life around from super unhealthy to extremely unhealthy. So, now let's talk about today. Lose 10 kg, but also keep it off. That's a bit tricky one, eh? I'm sure many of you and a lot of people, you probably know a lot of people who lose 10 kg or more, and exactly in 2 years' time, they gain it all back. Exactly 2 years. Okay, I'm just messing. Some people gain it back after half year, some after 5 years, but normally people usually gain it all back. And it's not because that's the order of things. It's not because people has to gain it back. It's not because there is like a genetic build up for a certain body weight and it just comes back to it naturally. No. Um, there are things that are controlling your body weight indeed. That will be for another podcast. But today I want to talk about the process how to lose weight properly so that you keep your new weight. That's a tricky one, really tricky one. So, if you're familiar with weight loss, well, if you are not, then here's the golden knowledge for you. But if you're familiar, you know this, that all it takes to lose weight is calorie deficit. And actually, we can stop there. Calorie deficit, yeah. Just calorie deficit. But you can achieve calorie deficit in a few ways. You can cut your food. You can increase your movement activities. Now, just by increasing your activities, though, such as cardio, it will not do much because your body adapts to activity really well. Okay, so your body doesn't want to burn too much calories, so it always adapts to the activity you're doing. So yeah, that's the thing. And same thing, if you're cutting calories on its own, like if you cut it very, very low, your metabolic adaptation will kick in, which is basically your metabolism will slow down. Essentially, could be burning muscle as well, which is not good because less muscle, less calorie expenditure, less food to maintain your body, not good. Okay, so okay, calorie deficit walks because if you don't walk, if you just sit all day, do nothing, you don't need energy. You are not going to utilize fat for fuel. Some yes, but to implement walks is the best way. Okay, so steps around like 8,000 to 15,000 a day, it can help you. Okay, if you try to lose weight and you don't walk at all, and that's a tricky one because if you are in a calorie deficit, your body naturally wanting you to do less stuff because you have less energy. You literally have less energy available, so you feel less motivated to walk. So yeah, that is something you have to overcome if you're on a deficit, if you want to lose weight. So you have to force yourself to go for walks, and then you have to monitor progress as well. Okay, so monitor your progress pictures and your body weight. Okay, every single day you have to check your body weight after peeing, so that you are in a fasted state. Not after food, not after breakfast, before breakfast, after peeing, first thing in the morning. Check your body weight, measure it every day, write it down, and average um, body weight over a 7 weeks period will tell you what is your actual body weight. Okay, your body weight is fluctuating, so you have to rely on the average. So this is how you lose weight. Okay, calorie deficit, walks, monitor progress. Calorie deficit basically is eating less. If if it wasn't clear, now that's all clear. That a lot of people know that all this stuff, but they still struggle keeping their fat or body weight off. Why is that? There can be several reasons. Several reasons. I have a list here, which I will read now. Well, not like a list. I'm not gonna read like a list, but yeah, I'm cheating here, looking at the list. So, yes. So first thing, it's a huge one because most people are messing this up. Okay, protein. If you are losing weight and your protein intake is low, inadequate, your body will have no logical reason not to burn muscle. Okay, it will burn muscle to save on energy because muscle is is energy requiring, is expensive, like expensive on the energy. So if you are cutting calories, your body will really notice that and will try to get rid of all the tissue that is burning calories. It's not the first thing it does, but if you're doing dieting for a prolonged period of time, if your protein targets are not matching what it should be, chances are that you will lose muscle mass. And then, even let's say if you are already in the gym training for a while and you build some muscle and now you are dieting, you don't have enough protein intake, and now you lose all the muscle, and you could end up in a worse situation than before you started the gym. So what's the point? So what you have to do is basically make sure that you have 2 to even 2.4 gram protein per kilogram of your body weight. So if you're a 100 kg individual, just an example, you need 200 to 220 grams of protein. No, 200 to 240 grams of protein. Okay, and you can even work that protein numbers up more. Like it's not hurting you much if you have more protein in there because it helps you suppressing your appetite. Okay, so it can help you with appetite suppression and avoid it can help you avoid losing muscle. So it's super important, and if people messing this up, yeah, the diet will not end well. Now, another thing, doing it slow is crucial. So this is what people mess up when they're doing it fast, when they diet fast. Like they try to lose weight faster than they should, such as over 1 kg per week. 1 kg is still okay, but over 1 kg is like some people try to cut their calorie intake by half. They losing way too fast, like 1.5 or 2 kg per week. It's not just not gonna be all fat that you're losing if you do that, but the main problem is like, yes, you can get lean like this for sure, for sure. It can work, but in a period of 10 weeks, 12 weeks, you will your body will enter into a defensive mechanism state. It will try to protect your body. Okay, so it will raise all the cortisol chronically. Like you will have like clinically high cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone, which is making you feel stressed, making you store fat. It's basically like flight or fright response hormone. It's not exactly that, but it's has a role in there. Okay, so it can it can basically make you gain fat and lose muscle straight away. Yeah, and also it can like release more ghrelin. Your body will release more ghrelin, and because your body fat percentage was dropping very fast, your leptin will also not be released, which is leptin is released from your adipose tissue, your fat tissue. Your fat is an organ. And if the fat cells are full, these hormones are being released to tell your brain that you are not hungry. Now, imagine you have a lot of leptin all the time released because you have a lot of fat. Yeah? Because all your fat cells are full. You release a lot of leptin. And now you suddenly in 8 weeks you lose 16 kilograms. 16 kilograms worth of fat cells are empty, stopping sending the leptin signals. I mean, the leptin hormones for the signal of appetite suppression. And now you're in a situation where you're starving. You literally wanna eat your own cat. it's not it's not going to be helpful, guys. Okay, so the point here is sustainability. If you do it too fast, you will lose your mind. Unsustainable. Okay, you will find that your hormones and your brain will work against you. Your body will make you want to quit dieting and will make you want to eat 10 box of pizzas on the go. Maybe not so dramatically, but yeah, like you can literally lose your shit. So do dieting slow. Once you found the maintenance intake of your so your maintenance value for your calorie intake, okay, which is somewhere around, take your body weight times 28 to 30. It will be somewhere there, okay? That will be your maintenance. It can vary from person to person, but it's a good aim, okay, a good number to aim for. Now, from that number, you have to try it first, though. You have to try, follow that calorie intake, track everything, see if your body weight is moving. If it's not moving, great, that's your maintenance intake. From then on, reduce your calorie intake 10%. Super easy, just 10%, and see what's happening. You will start lose weight if you're in a calorie deficit. If you are not in a calorie deficit, you will not, but most likely you will. Now, if after a week um, no change happens, you reduce your calorie intake another 5 to 10%. Okay? Now, don't go crazy if it's your first diet where you are doing it like this, just go with the 5%. And now you should be in a 15% deficit. Worst case scenario, maybe you already had a deficit, but your body weight just didn't change for whatever reason. There could be many reasons. So yeah, go slow. Don't try to like ego diet, like ego lift, ego diet. Like don't try to cut 40% of your calorie intake because it's not going to go anywhere good. Okay, it's gonna mess you up. So sustainability is the biggest one. Okay. Then prioritize building muscle. Okay. So when you are not dieting, I want you to build muscle. I want you to not maintain, not main gain, not um, try to gain without hitting protein targets. I want you to gain as much muscle as possible. And when you are dieting, I still want you to try to build muscle. It might not work, but I want you to try. And I want you to do that by having the protein intake in there, a lot of protein, and train fucking hard. That's it. That's all you have to do. And you might not going to build muscle, but you have to try, and you have to prioritize trying. Okay. Now, next one. Sleep plenty. If you don't sleep, you will break down muscle tissue and you will release more cortisol. You will be more stressed. Stress is the next point, by the way. And you will be more stressed from lack of sleep, which is not helpful for dieting. And yeah, when you are sleeping, that's when you are activating all your hormones. Your hormones are being released. Your growth hormone, your testosterone, all the good stuff that is helping you to lose fat in a safe way. Okay. Now let's go to stress. Stress on its own, like don't think of stress. It's like, oh, I'm stressed today, and it's fine. No, stress is literally um, a factor that is tiring out your nerves. Okay, if you have a very stressful week, if you go to the gym and you start to lift and you feel like you are weaker, that's not just because you are a pussy and you had a hard week and you're stressed. No, like literally your nervous system is fried. Yeah. So for that reason, like you won't be able to train hard enough. So you want to make sure that your stress levels are stabilized. I'm not even mentioning cortisol yet. I did it before, but let's mention again. Cortisol, yeah. Again, it's helping you to store fat and to break down muscle tissue. And if you're stressed, more and more cortisol is being released. So it's not where you want to be. Plus, if you're stressed, you're not recovering either because your testosterone will be suppressed or your estrogen, if you're a girl, will be suppressed. Not good. And so, if you are not sleeping, stress levels go up. You sleep more, you sleep well, 7 hours minimum, 8 hours if you want to be kind to yourself, 9 hours if you want maximum results. Sleep will help you stabilize your stress levels and help you to manage stressful situations better, think better, avoid stressful situations, right? So sleep all the way, super important. Next on, length of your diet. Many people, when they are dieting, they try to go for years. They go for 6 months to a year. Don't do that, okay? 2 to 3 months. Set a date when you start your diet and set an end date for it. Set a deadline when you stop. It should be no more than 3 months' time. And then you take a maintenance phase, okay? A break. You need a break. You can't just keep dieting forever. You need a break. 2 weeks of maintenance, or essentially a month. 2 weeks to a month, up to you. After that, repeat it. You want to really, with the break, you want to release all the stress, get some good food, but maintain, not gain all that back, just maintain, yeah? Keep it. And then repeat it. And then if you still didn't lose all the fat that you wanted in these 2 phases, do another break and repeat. As simple as that. But always prioritize muscle building, not dieting. So if this was your second diet phase, that is 3 months, like maximum 3 months, 2 weeks, let's say a month, and another 3 months. So now we are at 7 months of dieting basically with a break. Only continue if you really think that it will have a benefit. Because muscle building has much more benefit than dieting. Dieting is for looking good. And especially, well, yeah, okay, if you are carrying a lot of body fat, sure, you want to drop that off. But with 2 diet phases, normally you are in a healthy range. Okay? So after that, you want to double check. Is it healthy to keep dieting? Or maybe you should book a couple of months and then maintenance and go again for dieting so that you can diet down to a leaner state easier because you have more muscle. Big, big um, issue, this one. Okay, so then next one. Be cautious with self-image. It's a big one for me. Reason is every time I'm looking in the mirror, if I don't practice self love, I see myself as fatty. Always. And that's just because probably childhood trauma or whatever, like whatever happened with me. And it made me feel like forever I feel like I'm fatty. Doesn't matter. Yes, sometimes I'm fluffy. Right now I'm fluffy a little bit. But you can like it's really not about how you look. You should practice self-love and look in the mirror sometimes or look at your progress pictures and practice looking at yourself like a third person, not yourself, okay? As a third person would, and try to look like, oh, okay, so you're not, you should practice some like positive talk, yeah? Not like, I don't like this, I don't like that. Like that will not help you. If you think like that, and if you entertain this kind of thinking, you will never want to stop dieting. And that's a huge issue for many people. So, yeah, practice self-love, positive self-talk, especially about your physique, and just don't forget you are what your life was like in your past. Okay? And you are now, and you have to look forward to improve your physique in the future. Not today, not tomorrow, in the future, in months, in years. That should be your optic, not yesterday, and not comparing yourself, your past, to, or even your present, to someone who's extremely fit, who've been athletes since their childhood. That's not realistic. You are you. You should compare yourself to your past, to your yesterday, to your past year. Okay? So that's why taking progress pictures is so fucking important. So this is all I wanted to share with you guys. And yeah, please help me grow. Share this video. Drop a like if you want, only if you like it. If you like the information I shared with you. And I want to help more and more people. So the only way I can get get to more people's screen is, or headphones, especially essentially, if you help me and if you share what I'm doing here and share links about this channel. So please do that if you feel like you should. I hope you do. And see you in the next one.